Hello everybody, Iain Robson here. Welcome back to an episode of County Line. Alright, so we got a couple things going on today. Let's go check this out. I still haven't got any grass for the cows yet, because if we take a look over here, the grass has still not grown, otherwise I would have given them some grass. Well, it's a little grown now, not much. So we're on day 3 of the spring, so I thought maybe it'd be growing a bit more, but we're only just getting some ground temperatures above 0, and apparently the air temperature is still -1, so it's getting there slowly. Anyways, so we've been keeping the cows up to date in terms of all their feed, which is good. If we come over to here with our liquid manure, sorry, I guess our fertilizer production, I guess would be the right word for it. We have actually made a little bit of fertilizer now. The thing we're running into is we actually don't have enough liquid manure to keep this going like constantly, but it is going now, which is good. So having said that, I think it looks like it's out of liquid manure. Oh, it's out of manure now, not liquid manure. Okay, so as you can see, we don't have that much manure or liquid manure for the cows from the cows yet. So, but we do have 35,000 liters of fertilizer, which is good for us. So what we are going to do is, because we have actually started producing fertilizer now, we're going to go ahead and stop just purchasing fertilizer. So I am going to change out, where is this guy? I'm currently en route to change out this fertilizer spreader because this is a little small if we want to use our own fertilizer as opposed to buying it all the time. This is going to save us a little bit of money as well. So I have to purchase this guy right here. So we're almost at the shop. So let's go ahead and just hop into the shop now. So I'm going to go ahead and get this guy. And the reason why we're switching to this one is because we can have a lot more in the actual buggy itself without having to make so many trips back to our location to fill up. So that's the reason why we're switching to this one. I have this one too, and I don't know what the difference between these two are. Oh, this is 40 meters, I see. Anyways, let's go ahead and get this guy right here, $7,000. Purchase that, yes. We do a lot of fertilizing. And the other thing I would like to get, so now we have that capability. And the other thing I want to get is in here, which is the Cultiplow Platinum 8 meter. And the reason why I want to get this guy right here is because when we have fields that need to be plowed, it'll be nice to have the combination plow / cultivator. And with that being said, we do have one field that needs to be plowed. Where is it here? If we go switch over here. So field 8, which we bought, we need to plow it. So I've already fertilized it once. Let's just stop this driver here real quick. So I've already fertilized the field once there. So it needs to be fertilized a second time. So we're going to switch this guy out. I know we have some fertilizer in here already, but that's fine. Lower that down there. And sell this. I don't know how much money we're going to make from this, but we'll find out here in a second. Sell 14,000. Okay, that's not terrible, I guess. And let's grab the other fertilizer spreader there. And go from there. So this is the Cultiplow right there. A small little guy, actually. It's only 8 meters wide, but it cultivates and it plows at the same time, which is nice. So because we only need to plow like every third, I think it's their third harvest, if memory serves, it's not going to be a big problem. Just set it on the field and let it go. There we go. Excellent. And then we'll just ask them, because we just spent like over $100,000, I'm sure they'll be more than willing to deliver that Cultiplow. Alright, so having said that, let's go up into our Steiger here. And we'll just we'll leave that there for the time being. There's no easy way to store that combination right now. There we go. And let's grab this Cultiplow. Now this Cultiplow does require quite a high volume of horsepower. I think it needs 400 horsepower if memory serves. It's quite a lot. Now, in reality, like if I wanted to be a little cheaty, I could always get this guy right here, which is 130. That's actually, it's 2 meters, 2.5 meters wider, but it requires, I guess we have enough horsepower for that too, technically. But it's 2.5 meters wider, but it only does plowing, not cultivating. So I want to kind of do a two-stage thing here, so that's why I want to go straight from the cultivation. Straight from the plowing, I guess, to the cultivation. And of course we have these cheaper options, but these are a bit cheaty, as people have mentioned before. But there are other options. And I haven't used this Cultiplow before, so I figured why not. Alright, so we're going to head down to field number 8 there. And I don't know, I can't believe how dirty this tractor is. I think I guess I did cultivate a couple fields. I thought I only did like one, but now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, no, I think I did 2. So, having said that, cultivated 33 and 10 now, so they are good to go. And 11 has wheat in it, I believe. That's not ready to harvest quite yet. There we go. So here we are at field 8. One of the bigger fields we own. I don't know how many hectares it is, or acres. But in comparison to my other fields, it's one of the bigger ones that we have. Let's take a quick look at our wheat here. Looks pretty good, actually. Don't know what stage that is. Let's check. Growing. Oh, actually it's close to being ready, it looks like. Based on this chart here. Almost ready to go. Because we're in early spring, so it shouldn't be ready till like maybe summer, so we'll see what happens there. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started here. We're going to start in the middle of the field here. Like so. And it is kind of a small implement. Smaller than we have used before. Let's just do that. There we go. So as you can see, if I do a little strip here, and if I go to the screen after the fact, you'll see that we will have gotten rid of the plowing. Let's just double check that. Let's go to needs plowing and see the little strip right there that we've done. So just to show you that it does take that plowing factor away, which is nice. Excellent. Do a little bit of cultivating / plowing, and we'll get this field done here. And the reason why I wanted to do this, because I've never used this thing before. It's small, which is the reason why I don't normally use it. But because you don't need to do, like plow every single time, it's not so bad. Because we have the bigger plow or cultivator now. So this just kind of allows us to use one of the big bud things, implements that we don't normally use. So that would be kind of neat. But it's kind of a cool implement that it has the big shanks in the front there, and it's got the rollers. Kind of finishes up. Did a good job on this one too, actually. That's for sure. But I have a sneaky suspicion this may take a little while. So if we look on the mini map here, you'll notice, so there's that strip I was talking about before. Where was it? This little strip right here. And once we go past it, you'll see what it looks like. But people were saying that's for drainage, which makes sense. In real life, you have those kind of drainage ditches, sometimes in the middle of the field like that, just to make sure that you get rid of any kind of excess water. But I thought it was kind of strange because I'd never seen that. Well, that's not true. I have seen it before, but it's displayed in different ways in different maps. Put it that way. So nice. This implement seems so small for this tractor, but in reality, it's doing quite a lot. So here's the little strip that I was just talking about, and we fertilized all that. Nice. I like the little animation right here on this guy. Here's a question for you guys. How often do you use this particular implement? It's not quite the biggest plow, but it does obviously get the job done. It's like 2.5 meters smaller than the other one, But when you're trying to get rid of the, when you want to kind of do two things at once, it's kind of nice. So in reality, I would have rather probably plowed than fertilized then cultivated, but just thought I'd change it up a little bit and do it this way, just to see how it would work. Also, as you can see, when I fertilized with courseplay, it missed a little bit there, and that's with the new course generation. So it still misses bits, but it's a lot. It's pretty good. And even though there's this little dip in here in field 8, even though there was that right there, it was able to fertilize around it. So I thought that was pretty impressive, actually. So I was pretty happy about that. The fact that it was able to do that at all, so which is pretty sweet, in my opinion. I didn't even think about the fact that I might need that Gregoire Besson thing again, the lift kit for this, but luckily it didn't need it. So I was like, do I actually need that thing? So it seems like we're okay here. All right, let's make a quick little turn here. There we go. Excellent. Doesn't have to be perfect, which is okay. Yep, well, just a little bits there and there. I'm honestly not that worried about it. If I were, I would go back and do it myself, but no, it doesn't bother me that much. Some people that really bothers when they see those little bits on the field like that, but I'm like, whatever. I'll survive. So one of the interesting things about this is the fact that it actually detected as 7.8 meters as opposed to 8 meters wide, which is what it's supposed to be. So let's do is it Alt? We'll just hire worker real quick here, and we'll hop over to this guy. Let's go fill this guy up. And before I forget, what I'm going to do is this. If you go into your settings here and you say helper refill by fertilizer, so if you turn that off, then what will happen is you won't buy the fertilizer anymore. So you shouldn't see a constant drain on your fertilizer when it's fertilizing. So this tractor might be a bit small for this. I don't know. Yeah, probably. So let's go fill up this fertilizer from our fertilizer that we made here. And if memory serves, I think we can just drive under this little section right here, and we should fill up. Let's see here. Ooh, that's collidable? That's not cool. Alright, let's open up this. And then grab some fertilizer. I guess we need to manually do this. Yeah, I'm surprised it isn't automatically loading, to be honest with you. There it goes. So that may be a problem. Well, you can set to automatic charging. Okay, well, where's the automatic charging? Oh, do I need to go over here to do it? I guess. Where is it? Stop fertilizer. No. High worker. No. Close cover. Oh, there it is. To automatic filling. Yes, there we go. So now when you open up, when you just go underneath here, it does automatically fill it up, basically. So as opposed to having to manually press the button. So that'll be nice if you ever have courseplay come up here. Although I think courseplay might run into problems. I think just because the way how low this thing is, and I don't know if I have any other places, any other placeables that can store fertilizer. Let's just double check that. Let's see. Where's that placeable building that I used before? This guy, does it take fertilizer? No. That's for pig food. Liquid fertilizer for purchasing. That's for purchasing. I guess, is there not a storage building for... I could have sworn there was a storage building for fertilizer, but I guess there isn't, so... Whoa. So there you go, he has the number right there, 30,000 liters still, so... Anyways, let's take over from this guy once again here. Look at that, he finished the pass. How kind of him. Alright. Let's straighten out here a little bit. There we go. Excellent. Let's even get a little buddy seat there in red. Excellent. So we'll get this field done here. Maybe not in this episode, but we'll get it done eventually. This will take a little bit of time. I don't know how much time. You can actually, if you want to have an estimate of how long the field will take, you can do, let's say field 8, 7.8 meters. That's what it is. And then this will give you an estimate of how long it'll take. If we go into, if you start the course, it should give you an estimate. But anyways, we're not going to do that. But it'll probably be quite a long time, to be honest with you. I'm going to select maybe half an hour, maybe a bit more. The estimates. Something in that neck of the woods. That's funny. One thing I'm just noticing as I'm going along here is, I don't know if you can see it or not, but if you look at the cultivator right there, it actually is sliding to the left and to the right a little bit. I just noticed that. Only reason I actually noticed is because in the GPS lines you can see it kind of sliding away from the lines and back to the lines. That's kind of funny actually. There it goes, just a little tiny bit. I don't know if you can notice it or not though. Just a little tiny bit, and then it goes back to the center there. That's funny. I didn't notice that until I was like, oh, what's that? Like, what's it doing? And then I'm like, wait a minute, that's like sliding right over to the side there a little bit. That's too funny. So if we take a look at our map here, we should see that that huge section, or the section in the middle, does not need plowing anymore. And that's the idea behind this particular cultivator. So it may seem like it's, why do they have such a small cultivator? It's because it also takes the plowing aspect off the field, which is nice. And it's 8 meters, and it's not like a weird design, so it does a pretty decent job once you set it up properly. So yeah, I don't know, it's pretty neat, in my opinion at least. Alright, let's go check out this guy. He's still filling up. Okay, he's finished now. Just finished. Now the problem I'm going to run into if I close this, yeah, see? It's because, I don't know why they made this collidable, but they did. So that's going to create problems. Because if I want to like automatically, let's say automatically have CoursePlay come over here and fill up, it is going to run into problems most likely because it's going to, I don't think it's going to open up in the right spot. Or I may have to manually open it up too, I don't know. But now we have 20,000 liters of fertilizer. I can't tell this combination. This thing looks like it's a little small for this huge trailer. So I'm going to switch out to the other New Holland here. It just seems a little off now with this little tiny guy. And really it'll be a question of, oops. It'll be a question of just too much weight is what I'm thinking about in my mind. I'm like looking at this tiny tractor, looking at the weight of that trailer, and I'm like, I don't think that's gonna work so well. So let's go ahead and put this over here in the shed. The other small tractors. There we go. And our John Deere still has the lights on. And so did our case. That's funny. There we go. Alright, so let's hop over to our other bigger tractor, which is this New Holland here. The heavy duty. One I don't use very often. But this will be more appropriately sized for this particular spreader. Horsepower wise, probably a little overkill. think this is like a 400 horsepower tractor, so something like that. Let's check actually. I think it's around 300 or 400. Maybe it's only 300. Well, that's not so bad. No. Here we are. 313. Okay, it's not so bad then. I thought it was 400, but that's not so bad. And this is the modded version, so it has a few little bells and whistles on the inside. Is this the one that has this? No, maybe it doesn't have this. I thought we did. Must just be the other version I'm thinking of. Alright, there we go. We're going to take this down to field number 8 here, in preparation for the cultivation, or the cultivation / plowing being done, so. And I'll show you the fertilization thing I was talking about. Alright, let's do Alt. Or is it Control? What was Alt? Oh, there it is. We want to increase the working width of this, and you can do this with the Very Width mod from the mod hub, basically. I just like changing it to its a larger spread, basically, so I don't have to worry about. I don't have to do. It doesn't get too crazy. Now, when you do increase the width, it does actually use more materials, so keep that in mind. Which is why I switched over to the big one as well. Yeah, that looks better sized together now. Before it was like, oh, it's a little tiny little tractor with a big trailer with a lot of weight behind the trailer. So let me show you what I was talking about before. So if I go into fertilizing and seeding here, I go to generate course, and I say field 8, and let's say I want to start the corner where my tractor is. We're going to start right here, let's say. And then we'll say we'll go up and down the field, then go around the field. You'll see how it generates the course here. And if I just take this off real quick, or put that on, you can see how it actually does a pretty good job of generating a course for this field. I still may miss bits though. Don't get me wrong. Although I think I already have one for this field, if I had to guess. I think I just made one not too long ago. 8. Where is it here? Yeah, there it is. Just gonna leave that there for the time being. There we go. Apparently I hit the button one too many times there. Yes, let's finish off this pass first. There we go. Raise it up, make the turn here. And here we go. It'll take a little while, like I said, to get this field done, so. Doing a little bit of spring tillage. Hey, I actually said it right that time. A little bit of spring tillage there. Animals are taken care of for the time being, so probably the next episode will come back, and I imagine I'll have to do a little bit of planting here. And I'm not sure what to plant. So I think I said I might plant poplars on 11. So after I take the weed off, I might plant those poplars. We'll see. We shall see how that works out. So, someone also said there's lots of possibilities for placeables instead of having to, like in the winter, for example, to keep you busy. Apparently, so I'll have to keep an eye out for those. Also, what we could do now is, now that we have some fertilizer, we could look at the other side of things. So we're creating fertilizer, but we could also create seeds as well. Where is this here? Nope. Here it is. So we only have the fertilizer production, but we could also do the seed production as well, which is a possibility. Is that just goes into a? Looks like it just goes into a bunker of sorts. Fertilizer production, and this is the liquid fertilizer production. So we can also do this one as well. So we could get this, although I don't know where this would go. To be honest with you, it could probably go. Let's go up here, up to the main farm. We have the other one right up here, and I don't know if we could. Can we put the other one right over here? Maybe. Oh yeah, we can go. It's a little bit further out in the middle of the yard, though. Like, look at that. That's like right out in the middle of the yard. And there is that there is the shed right there. So I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. We won't put it down today, so I'll have to figure that one out. So, anyways, folks, that'll be it for me for your day. Hope you enjoyed the episode of a little bit of spring tillage, a little bit of getting that fertilizer production down and pat, and upgrading the fertilizer better. My name is Iain Robson. I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for some more Counterline. Catch you guys later.